Hi there. Welcome. Um, Got another thrift finds video for you. Final finds video. Um, I went to thrift stores and I can't help it. I need to go, but shopping there is kind of stressful. So I go through it really quickly, miss half of the records, and then don't check if the records are in a great or good or decent condition. I just pick them up. Um, I hardly, if ever, look up what it is on my phone because I want to get out there as quickly as possible. Anyway, I got a big stack of records actually. This is from three thrift stores. Yeah, the most, which is the last last bunch of records, is from a thrift store I visited today. Let's start with something that's not a thrift store find. This is something I got in the mail, and it's the newest Paradiso Vinyl Club release. If you have been watching my videos, you know that I'm a subscriber to that series. And it basically promotes Dutch music. I'm from Holland, if you didn't know. And it promotes new music from my country. And it sort of spreads the music to everyone who wants to hear it. And I want to hear it. So the new one is this. This is a 7-inch by, I think her name is pronounced Geeta Buhari. Geeta Buhari. And the songs are Eve and Broken Woman Blues. Uh, it ain't blues. This is sort of neo soul with a heavy emphasis on sort of shoegazy guitars and electronica. It's pretty. It's really pretty. There's the 7-inch in question. One side has the artwork and the other side has the information. These are limited and I can't get this back in the package. These are limited. Mine is number 60 out of 600. So there you are. Paradiso Vinyl Club, the new release. Now, first record I picked this up at a thrift store that I went to where I picked up a lot more CDs than LPs. This was the only LP I found, and I thought it's gonna be good. This is Charlene, and I've never been to me. I've never been to me. Why did I think it was good? Because it's on Motown. It's from '82. I was expecting sort of a disco-y, boogie kind of soul music. This is one, if not the worst record I've heard in years. It is horrendous. It's terrible. What this is pop music, but that kind of pop music. If you don't know who Charlene is and you don't know any of the songs, well, I've never been to me. Check it out. You know why I don't like this. This is really, really bad. So this is not staying in the collection. I'll see if I can sell it for $1 or so, because I don't even want to give this away. This is that bad. Then I went to another thrift store, which is close to work. Yeah, that is a decent one. They have a John Coltrane record for sale for $40, which sells online for $50. So I wasn't gonna deal with that one, but I found this. This is a double album called The Sound of Philadelphia. This is a Dutch comp on a label called Arcade, sort of a Dutch equivalent of K-Tal, Ronco, but mostly from the 80s, not 70s. There's information in English on all the artists on here. Sound of Philadelphia, this is a compilation that features just music from the Philadelphia International label. So you got Billy Paul, the Three Degrees, the OJs, McFadden and Whitehead, Melvin, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Teddy Pendergrass, Lou Rawls, the Tramps, MFSB. What is it more? That's about it. People's Choice, The Intruders, Stylistics. So it's a good comp. I really enjoy Philadelphia International Records. So this was a cool, not really cool, but cool find. This is a series that you at thrift stores you see this series so much. This is La Grande Storia del Rock, which basically, right, those are all the releases, and it goes up to 100. So there's 100 of these. I got number 40 here. And why did I pick it up? Jimmy Castor Bunch. It's the Jimmy Castor Bunch. There's only two. Is it 2 or 3 tracks? I don't know. It's 2 tracks on there, but I don't mind. Besides Jimmy Castor Bunch, there's also the Casuals, Chris Kenner, and the Manhattans on here. But I don't know if I'm going to keep it because I got both of those tracks on vinyl already. Jimmy Castor Bunch, Troglodyte, and the Bertha Butt Boogie. If you don't know that song, check it out. It's really, really good. I love Jimmy Castor, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this or because it's just 2 tracks that I already have. Up next is mixed album. I pick it up because I have to. This is the Best of Disco Dance Music Volume 8, and I never heard of this series. This is on a label called Ramshorn. There we are. It's a Dutch label that focuses on disco music and dance music, with the disco being more boogie, funky stuff, and the dance being sort of Italo dance and just, I don't know what type of dance. But this is an interesting album. It's got lots of obscure artists, which are pictured here, except for the Tramps. But that's a 1985 remix, which is not that good. And the last track on here is just horrendous. That's something called The All Stars with the Bruce Springsteen mix. The Bruce Springsteen mix. This is from 1985, and that basically says it. This is just Born in the USA remix. Just a couple of tracks from that album remixed and resung, and it's horrendous. But there's some really cool stuff on here, like Shea Gold. J.M. Silk is on it, who I remember did house music a couple of years after this one, after this track. Most famous song on here, Boys Town Gang, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, and then there's a version of Jingo by a group called Candido. There's some really cool stuff on here, so I'm really happy with this, and I'm gonna seek out more of this series. Another comp is this one. This is Soul Explosion on RCA, and yeah, it's funky, it's soulful. It's from 1973. There we are. Nightlighters, New Birth, Hughes Corporation, Main Ingredient, Crown Heights Affair, Wilson Pickett, George McRae, Friends of Distinction, Moonglows, and that's it. So it's a lot of obscure artists and a couple of really well-known artists. Good stuff. Now on to the records I found today. First up is a soundtrack I've never heard of, but I gotta pick it up. This is a German TV series, I believe, called Wilder West, Wilder Westen Inclusive. I don't know. It's featuring Tony Carey. Um, so it's basically just music by Tony Carey, and it's got a couple of other tracks like "Living in America" by James Brown, which was used in Rocky as well. So I don't know why it's on here. And Phil Carmen's On My Way in L.A." Um, there's some pictures from the movie. I don't know if it's like a modern one or a Western one. I don't know. I don't know this series, but it's interesting. It's on Metronome. It's worth nothing, but it looked interesting. This is actually a lot of fun. I think Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack. Um, Betty LaBelle's on here, Shalimar Jr., Rocky Robbins, Pointer Sisters, Glenn Frey, Danny Elfman, The System, and Harold Faltermeyer. This is a US pressing on MCA. Beverly Hills Cop. Can't go wrong with that one. Okay. Picked up this. This is the Gene Krupa Orchestra. Now, I don't know if I already had this because there's a former sticker here. Maybe someone else removed it, or I did, but I don't remember this. Now, it's an Italian comp. I don't know what year it's from, but it features just Gene Krupa music. So I have to listen to it. Gene Krupa is I believe, a jazz drummer. Now, the rest of the records, with the exception of the last one, is all Motown, but good Motown, I hope. The duet album, very special Motown tradition. This is a double album, gatefold, with just duets. Motown, French copy. You got Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, Marvin Gaye and Kim Weston, Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Temptations, Edwin Starr and Blinky, Marvin Gaye and Mary Wells, the Supremes and the Four Tops, Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye, J.R. Walker and Thelma Houston, Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Temptations, that's already said. J.R. Walker and Stevie Wonder, Billy Preston and Sarita, Jermaine Jackson and Rita Coolidge, Smokey Robinson and Barbara Mitchell, Gene Carn and Bobby Militello, Diana Ross with Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson and Stevie Wonder. That's not a duet, that's a quartet. Stevie Wonder and Charlene, Shyrita and J.C. Cameron, Thelma Houston and Jerry Butler, Rick James and Tina Marie, Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, Endless Love. Yeah. I don't know if it's all going to be good, but there's going to be some good stuff on here. Then we have Diana Ross, To Love Again. I thought this was a full album, but it's a compilation. Another French copy on Motown. I'm going to check it out. I don't know if this is going to be any good or worth keeping because I already own most of these songs. Well, we'll see. So, Diana Ross. Then a compilation of the Commodores. I don't have any comps by the Commodores. This is a Dutch pressing. 1974, if I'm not mistaken. It's got bangers like Zoom, Brick House, The Hot to Trot, Machine Gun. Just good funky music, but also the ballads like Easy and Three Times a Lady. So, last album, 1982 record. It intrigued me. Didn't know anything about this. I don't know if it's any good. I know it's a Dutch pressing. I don't know where it's recorded. I think in Holland as well. It's synthesizer music. by a guy called Martin Achterberg. And it's called Flyer. But the cover is just two floating hands on a keyboard. That's cool. It's on a label called Lark. There we go. And there's titles like, I don't know, Space Shuttle, Hong Kong Connection, Desert Flowers, Optical Illusion, and the best one, Schiedam Center Opus 2. That's Dutch. Well, the last two words, not really. So I have no clue. This was interesting. It was a bug. Flyer by Martin Achterberg. I don't know. So that's it. Thank you for watching. 15 minutes. I don't know how many updates I'll be having because I do go to the thrift stores, as you can see, but not every day. This is accumulated from the last couple of weeks. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll be trying to do some other videos maybe next week. And I hope to have a haircut by then because my hair it needs a cut. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.